Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today we're going to be talking about if the Los Angeles Lakers can come back from down 3-1, originally 3-0, with the Denver Nuggets. I think of a lot of you, if you're going to answer this question, the answer is probably going to be no, and I probably feel the same way too. But I will say, just watching the Lakers today, watching how determined they were to get this win, I don't think there's a great chance, but I think there is the smallest chance that the Lakers could come back and win this series. Now, I will say if the Lakers can play the way they played in this game today, or yesterday in Game 4, where they won 119 to 108. They had 30 points for LeBron. LeBron looked great. He looked determined to help them get this win. AD had a 20-20 game with 25 and 23. He looked great. They had 21 apiece from D'Lo and Austin Reeves. If their guys can stay efficient and play like that the rest of the series, I could see the Lakers winning the next game or two. But I don't see them winning the next 3 games. I really could see the Lakers taking Game 5, stealing a Game 5, and sending the series back to Los Angeles. And maybe that builds up the momentum to get a home win in Game 6 and send this series to 7. But I don't see Denver losing 4 straight games and losing at home as well. If this was potentially a series where Lakers had a home court advantage and they sent a 3-0, if they were down 3-0 and they sent a Game 7 where it was going to be in Los Angeles, they were going to have, I almost said Staples Center. They don't play at Staples Center anymore. It's not, that was so stupid. It's Crypto.com Arena. I hate that name change. I refuse to call it Crypto.com Arena. But, I mean, it's not a terrible name. It's just Staples Center is so iconic. But if let's just say in the chances where LA forced a Game 7, but it was in Los Angeles, I could see the Lakers winning. But that's not the case. This Game 7, if the Lakers forced it, would be in Denver. Denver's a good home team. They do not lose at home. I think they only lost twice last year in the postseason at home. Both of those losses were to Miami. They were 3-0 in Minnesota in the first round. They were 3-0 in the first round against Minnesota last year at home. Against Phoenix, I think there were 3 different games at home for Denver. Against Phoenix, they were 3-0, so 6-0. They beat Los Angeles. They beat the Lakers both games in the Western Conference Finals at home, 8-0. They only lost 2 games in that series against Miami, and 2 of them were at home. They were 1-2 in that series at home. So last year's postseason, they went 9-2. So look, I think it'd be hard to beat them twice at home. And the only team that were able to do that last year in the postseason was Miami. And that was the Miami beat Denver in Game 2 and then beat them in Game 5. There was a good separation of 2 games where they beat them at home. So it's hard to beat Denver at home, and I don't see them doing it twice. I could see if the Lakers play good basketball, if they get off to a good start where we see them get to these leads and potentially take a big lead. If they can keep that lead, I can see LA taking a Game 5. And then if you can beat them at home, that might bring the momentum to get a win at home and send this series to 7. But I think it would be very similar to, how when the Celtics, they were so close last year, they were able to send the series back to Boston and get themselves a chance to be the first team to ever come back down from 3-0. And they got a home game to do this in Game 7, and they lost to Miami. Miami won, beat Boston. I know people will bring up the Tatum injury. I still think Miami would have won that game, even if Tatum doesn't get hurt. And they brought so much momentum in that series, in those 3 wins coming back from 3-0, and then they lost Game 7. I could see that happen to the Lakers. I just don't see them getting as far as potentially coming back to win this series. But I would say anything's possible. If they can play the way they played tonight, the rest of the series, anything's possible. I like some of the way they were playing defense tonight, doubling and trapping Jamal Murray, forcing him to get the ball out of his hands. I thought they did a great job dealing with Jamal Murray in game 4. But if they can continue to play the way they did last night, yes, I could see it. But it's a long shot. And I will say this, as a Michael Jordan fan, as someone who's named Jordan, not named after Michael Jordan. Parents just like the name Jordan. As someone who's been nicknamed Michael Jordan when playing basketball, not that special of a basketball player, it's just a joke that people use when playing basketball with me. As someone who's watched The Last Dance and, watches Michael Jordan and playing even though I didn't get to, actually witness him playing, just unbelievable. And he is the clear GOAT. If LeBron does this and he comes back in this series, takes down the Denver Nuggets, Nikola Jokic, I have them as a top 7 all-time team, in NBA history. They're that good. I believe Jokic is that good because I see them going back-to-back. I don't see anybody taking them down. If LeBron comes back from 3-0, takes Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets down, the defending champions, from down 3-0, and he goes on an NBA Finals run and wins the NBA Finals at 39 years old, fuck it. LeBron's the GOAT. It's over for me. As an MJ fan, it's over. LeBron's the GOAT. But that's just the way I feel about it. But I don't see it happening. And if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be LeBron. But at the same time, this is someone who did come back from 3-1. He did, he did win 3 in a row, beating one of the best teams ever in the Golden State Warriors. Let's not forget that. He came back from 3-1 against a 73-9 Golden State Warriors team. If he can do that, why wouldn't he be able to win 4 in a row against a Denver Nuggets team, which is a great team? I think they're a great team, but they're not as good as the 73-9 Warriors. But I think the big difference is, potentially, is that number one, I don't think this Lakers team is as good as that Cavaliers team in this 15-16 season was. And also, LeBron's a lot older now than he was then. LeBron was, 2016, LeBron was, 31 years old then? 32 years old, something like that? He's 39 now. I think a lot's different now than it was before. But if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be LeBron. Let me know your thoughts on the Lakers potentially coming back to win this series in the comment section, and peace out.